Hey there gardeners, I want to show you something here which is really important for you to understand if you're adding compost, especially in bulk, to your garden, because that's what we've done here. And basically, in under here is our compost. And this compost, it actually has a lot of roots growing through it, but that's it there. And I'd like to see more worm activity, but that doesn't seem to be the case at the moment. But we've covered it in wood chips, and when we put that down, we had some decent but not enormous rain. Like, to be honest, it's been very dry for probably 4 or 5 months here, and by covering it with the wood chips, that is holding moisture and it's helping feed our bananas there. Our little, these I think are a ladyfinger banana, which have never done well. Not sure what's going on here, but these guys have not been growing to the size I'd expect, even though they do look quite healthy. And we've got really good moisture retention in that compost, and obviously it's going to break down, it'll feed the soil, it's ideal. However, you can't take that for granted, because if you don't add the wood chip or something to do the job and it's dry, you're going to have big problems, and I'll show you. So what's going on here? We've actually got something digging into our compost and our wood chips, and you might be saying to yourself, oh no, you've got something causing issues. This is almost certainly, and it's done it there and there and it's done it all around. Obviously I do need to keep an eye on this and just kind of, repair the damage a little bit. However, this is done by a bandicoot, which we've seen around a couple of times. He is terrified of my wife, but that's okay. And yeah, essentially, bandicoots are meant to be really good for your soil because they help dig things up. Obviously, they're going for the bugs and stuff like that, but they kind of till the soil for you, only to a small extent, and we can't complain too much. So you might be looking at that kind of thing and thinking, damn it, something is going seriously wrong here. But in actual fact, it's the bandicoot doing its job. Now, you might have rabbits doing it, which would be not a native species and probably not the best thing, but yeah. And obviously I have seen videos of people in America where I think you have moles or shrews or something like that, stuff that digs under the ground and causes a lot of issues. We don't have quite the same issue with that kind of species as far as I'm aware. So it's just interesting how it varies between place to place in the world. But let's go have a look at the problem of the compost. So what do we have here? We actually have soil that I filled into a pallet. This is where we're expanding out our sweet potato growing beds. We're doing pallet garden beds because they're good on a hill for soil retention. However, I put soil down the bottom, and then on the top, I have put compost. And this compost is bone dry, and if I water it, the water will run off. And so there is a significant issue here. And when I did it, I knew it would be a problem. I was hoping we'd have rain. So if you have constant rain, and maybe you're in like England or somewhere like that where it just rains constantly and it's miserable and you wish you lived in Australia, sorry, I went off on a tangent there. But if you have very moist conditions and constant rain, it'll be less of an issue. But for us, where it's quite dry, we need a way of keeping that moisture in, which is the wood chips, but any mulch will do. And I did not have mulch, and I didn't have the wood chips at the time. I've got them now. And so what we will do is, when I get a chance, I'm gonna go get my little Milwaukee 12-volt stick pump, and I'm gonna fill up watering cans, and I'm gonna slowly water this until it starts to retain water. I might even need to kind of dig it so that it's got basically troughs in it where it'll hold the water, and then I can chuck the wood chips on top, which will help retain that moisture and prevent it from evaporating. And given a bit of time, this will be really good for planting. However, it just gives you an idea that if you chuck down compost like this and think, well, I'm improving my soil and it'll all be good, that's not necessarily the case. Now, it's a very nuanced argument because, again, like I just said, if you're in a really moist environment with constant rain, the rain will keep this moist. It's not going to dehydrate. It's not going to become hydrophobic. It's just kind of your environment will allow that to work. However, for us in Australia and anyone in drier conditions, it's the opposite. And in some cases, you're actually going to find that you need to be super careful, because adding mulch on top of soil or even compost, if something else is taking all the water out, like trees for instance, you can actually still end up with bone dry soil and compost, despite the fact that you've done the steps to hold that moisture in. Now, probably that's a whole different video that we might need to cover in the future, but in that situation, you need to keep up the water to ensure that it doesn't dry out. Because once things dry out, things become a real problem, which is what's happened here. But like I said, I couldn't go, and it wasn't financially feasible to go and buy a $20 bag of, say, lucerne mulch to do this, when I could buy a cubic meter of wood chips for $33. Yeah, and so I should have got onto it sooner, but I just wanted you to see how much variance there can be, and how using things in slightly different ways can have totally different effects. But yeah, let me know if you've had similar issues or similar challenges using things that are maybe recommended that haven't quite worked the way you were told they'd work, and maybe it's a nuanced situation where someone hasn't kind of given you that really important tip which ensures they do work.